Hello everybody, in this lesson I will discuss addition and subtraction of fractions. I will work through 5 examples with you. Before we start with addition and subtraction of fractions, there's a few pointers that you must remember. The first thing is that x plus y over 3 can be written as a third bracket x plus y. And then a plus b over c is exactly the same as a over c plus b over c. And then this one, 3x squared minus 7x over x squared, we can split it up into 3x squared over x squared minus 7x over x squared. And then we can say x squared and x squared cancel each other out. And then this x and one of the x's cancel each other. Therefore, it's the same as 3 minus 7 over x. Example 1, simplify. Now, when we add fractions, then we will find the LCD, the lowest common denominator. So in this one, it's the 12 under the line. That one is going to be the LCD. And then what you do is you will deal with each term individually and make sure that you change that denominator into 12. So if we look at 2a over 3, we're going to multiply the numerator as well as the denominator with 4 over 4 to turn the 3 at the bottom at the denominator into 12. And then the plus 3 over 4, the next term, we will multiply by 3 over 3. What we do under the line, we do on top of the line. And then the 4a over 12 is already over 12, the common denominator. Then this one, we're going to say 2a times 4 is 8a over 12. This one, we're going to say 3 times 3 is 9 over 12. And then the 4a over 12 writes with. And now every term is over the denominator. So now we're going to combine it all. So we're going to say 8a plus 4a is 12a plus 9 over 12. And then you can take this one step further by saying it's the same as 12a over 12 plus 9 over 12. And then again you can say 12 goes in itself once, 12 goes in there once. 3 goes into 9 3 times, 3 goes into 12 4 times. And then your answer is a plus 3 over 4. Example 2, simplify. So we find 5 over x plus 3 over x. The denominators are the same. They are both x. So therefore you can add the numerators by saying 5 plus 3 is 8 over x. On the next example, we find x squared for the first term and we find x for the second term. Therefore, the lowest common denominator will be x squared. And then what you're going to do is, well, you write down your sum, and then it's only the second term that you're going to multiply with x over x to turn this x into x squared. And then you have 2x over x squared minus, and then on top it's 4x over x squared. And now both of them are over x squared, so therefore you can say 2x minus 4x over x squared. And that is indeed minus 2x over x squared. And then the x and one of your x's can cancel out. And you're left with minus 2 over x. Example 4. So what we're going to do here is we need to find the LCD, the lowest common denominator. And do you agree that in this case it's going to be 6x? And then what we do is we are going to multiply each and every term individually and make sure that our denominator turns into 6x. So the first term, x plus 2 over 2x, we're going to multiply that one by 3 over 3. And then the next term, minus x plus 3 over 3x, we're going to multiply by 2 over 2. And then this 1 over there, the minus 1, you write it as minus 1 over 1. And then both of them, on top and at the bottom, you multiply by 6x over 6x. And then what I'm going to do is, everything is now at the denominator on the LCD, which is 6x. So what you do is, now you're going to take this 3 to the front like that, and you're going to put brackets around that term. That is the proper way of doing it, of writing it in mathematics. And then at the denominator, 2x times 3 is 6x. The same goes here. You are going to take this 2 right to the front, write a 2, and put brackets around that one. Can you see? And then at the denominator, it's 6x. And then the last one will just be minus 6x over 6x. And then now, all three of your terms are indeed over the denominator. So now you're going to put everything over just 6x. And you're going to say 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 2 is 6. And here you're going to say minus 2 times x is minus 2x, and minus 2 times 3 is minus 6. And then minus 6x writes with, and now everything is over 6x. Now you can add your like terms. Plus 6 minus 6 will cancel each other out. And then 3x minus 2x minus 6x is minus 5x over 6x. And then in your final step, x goes in itself once, x goes in itself once. Therefore, your answer, minus 5 over 6. On example 5, the first thing that we're going to do is always on your denominator, check if there is something that you can factorize. And in this case, indeed, the second term you can. It's the difference of two squares. So you start there. So it becomes the a over a minus 1 is exactly the same. And then the minus 12 becomes a minus 1, a plus 1, the difference of two squares. Minus 6 over a plus 1. Then your LCD, you must make sure that everything is included. So in this case, your LCD is a minus 1 as well as a plus 1. And then what you do is every term you will multiply with what it needs so that its denominator can become the LCD. So the first term, a over a minus 1, you're going to multiply with a plus 1, a plus 1. What you do under, you do on top. The minus 12 over a minus 1, a plus 1 stays exactly the same since it's already over the LCD. And then the minus 6 over a plus 1, that one you're going to multiply with a minus 1 over a minus 1 to become that LCD denominator. Then, now everything, all three terms are over the LCD. And then you're going to take this a and you're going to put a bracket, a plus 1. And here on the minus 6 as well, it's minus 6 and you're going to put a bracket, a minus 1. And then everything is over the denominator. So this is what happens. The denominator is a minus 1, a plus 1. And then now you can see I gave you the brackets there. Then you're going to say a times a is a squared. A times 1 is a. There's your minus 12. And then minus 6 times a is minus 6a. Minus 6 times minus 1 is plus 6. Then you add your like terms. So a squared, there's nothing that can add with that one. But you've got plus a minus 6a, that's minus 5a. And then minus 12 plus 6 is minus 6. And please note, can you see I have done absolutely nothing to the denominator? You leave the denominator in factorized form. What you're going to do now is you are going to factorize that trinomial by saying the factors of 6 are 6 and 1. You want a negative 5. How can 6 and 1 give you negative 5? Negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. And then you put the a and you put the a. So that's your two factors, a minus 6, a plus 1. Everything over the denominator, a minus 1, a plus 1. And now you can say this whole bracket, a plus 1, cancels with this whole bracket, a plus 1. And your answer, a minus 6 over a minus 1. In the next video, things get a bit complicated. There, I will discuss fractions where the sign changes. Click on the video in the left-hand corner to take you straight to the next video.